What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this week's episode of Punters Playbook, the now second consecutive Punters Playbook and third consecutive video where I am still sick. And of course in Punters Playbook where I make you money.
Oh my God, bro. Hell no.
So yeah, apologies if I'm coughing and whatever else. If you watch the Monday video, you'll understand. I'm sick, okay? I can't shake this damn thing. But I think with proper rest and recovery, I will come back to my fit and firing rugby league self. So, yeah, thanks for the support on the last few videos. If you watch the Monday video, I spoke a little bit about the current attack YouTube is having on the channel. Copyright, man. I'm being attacked. Copyright. I can't figure this copyright stuff out. So yeah, I'm working on it though. It's difficult, but I'm working on it. Thank you for liking and subscribing. We're at 3k subs. By the time this video's out, we're at 3k subs. So 2k and we're at 5, and then it's another big milestone live stream. So yeah, thanks for all the support on the videos. And yeah, thanks to all the listeners listening over on Spotify. Okay, having a steady influx of viewership on Spotify. Not viewership, listenership on Spotify. But yeah, we're just trying to find our feet over there. It's a new system. It's new. So, but yeah, other than that, yeah, check out the socials. I don't have much else to say. Let's get into Tippers Playbook, where I give my tips. Where I give the sober version of Punters Playbook. Tippers Playbook. I'm going to give you my tips for all the rounds, games, rounds, whatever. Let's get into it. Rightio, the Thursday night game, Rabbitohs play the Dragons. It's been a long time since I've seen the Rabbits in a Thursday night game. Been a really long time, as a matter of fact. Yeah, Rabbits, Dragons. Rabbits are actually the favourite here to win. Over on Sportsbet, it's actually a pick'em on Neds, which is my betting platform of choice. Join the Neds group in the link in the description below. Yeah, Rabbits picked here as a favourite. I'm not going to hold you too long in this one. I'm picking the Rabbitohs. It's my team. It's my club. 2 wins back-to-back. Looking for 3 on the trot. And then we're going to have a bye. And then we're going to come back fit and firing. Heaps of players are going to be back. Trell's going to be back. Cody Walker's going to be starting at 6. Jack White's going to be back. The troops are going to be out. Keon's going to be back. Keon is back for the boys this weekend, by the way. He's one of our big ends. But, you know, the team's going to be firing. We're going to play the Roosters. We're going to beat the Roosters. It's going to be one of the all-time runs into the end of the year. We're going to finish like 10th or 11th on the ladder. So, yeah, we're going to beat the Dragons. Penrith versus Raiders. The Friday night has 2 of the most promising games I can recall in a round of rugby league. It's the top 4 all play in one night. Well, technically not the top 4 because Penrith are 5th, but they were in the 4 at one point. Penrith versus Raiders, okay? Around this similar time last year, Penrith played the Raiders, and the Raiders beat them. Huge upset. Xavier Savage makes a length of the field try. Very memorable game. And honestly, look, I don't know. Penrith are the favourites here, even though they're coming off a loss. And the Raiders are number 1. Penrith are the favourites. Because that just... Well, it's just a bit of a telltale thing because it's like, well, this is what Penrith Panthers do. All right, when it comes down to the wire and it's finals footy, it's just around the corner. You're almost looking at finals footy right now. You know, the round 24s and the round 25s, etc. Yeah, this is a hard game for Penrith, and I think the Raiders being $2.36 underdogs is a huge oversight out of the betting agencies here. I'm going to go with the Raiders to win this, guys. I actually think the Raiders have a chance, probably a better chance than Penrith. Yowie is back on the extended team list for Penrith, but, you know, yeah, they played well against Melbourne. I just think if the Raiders can get firing and can get running away with it, that they're probably going to beat them. Storm versus Bulldogs. I'm going to take the Storm here. The Doggies are just on a generational decline, and Melbourne Storm just don't seem to lose Friday night games at Amy Park. So, yeah, I'm going to take the Storm here. Nice, quick and easy one. Not to take away from that, this game will be really good as well. Very, once again, defensively. Both these games, a lot of defence. Not going to be many try scorers. So you got to pick your try scorers wisely. Saturday night, Manly Dolphins. I got the Dolphins win this one, guys. Manly are the favourites right now, but that just doesn't reflect the ladder, B, the current form of either side. Like Manly has, well, it's at Brookie. Oh, it's at Brookie. I don't know. Manly could win this. It's just, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take Manly. I'll reverse what I said. I'm going to take Manly here. Titans Warriors. This is for the Shield they play for every year. I think they're going to be playing for the Shield. So I'm going to take the Warriors here. They lost the first time. They lost only seems like a couple of weeks ago that these two teams played. I'm going to take the Warriors here to win. I think. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry. The coughing. I can't control it. Where was I? The Warriors. Yeah, I think the Warriors are going to win this one. Parramatta versus the Roosters. This could either go one or two ways. It could go the way that the Parramatta Melbourne Storm game went a few weeks ago, where Parramatta took the Storm to nearly a game where Parramatta won, or the Roosters are going to just pump and hump them. Pump them. So, look, personally, I think the Roosters will probably win this one. They're coming into really good form here at the end of the year. And, yeah, I'll go the Roosters. Knights Broncos. I'm going with the Broncos here. Knights are just progressively getting worse. Can't believe I picked them last week in Punters Playbook. Tigers Cowboys. I'm going to take the Tigers to actually get this one done. They're coming into really, really, really good form. Dewey, as I said last week and Monday, and I've just been saying it a lot lately, the Tigers looks like they've found their halves pairing. Dewey at 7, Luai at 6. Just looks right. It looks like it makes sense. Dewey is, honestly, he's playing so outstanding. So, yeah, a lot of the pieces falling back into place for the Tigers. And the Cowboys are still one of them sides that are very questionable. Like, they made a lot of errors on Sunday when they played the Knights, but they still somehow won. That's a testament to how bad both teams are. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Tigers here. And Sharks have a bye. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it, I think. I think that's it. That's it for Tippers Playbook. And yeah, we'll get into multis, stats. Only a few stats today, guys. I don't have much in the way of stats. And I know last week we didn't have any stats at all, so it's a bit of an improvement. But I'm still a bit sick, and cut me some slack. So I got plenty of stats for this first game though. The most important of the round, Rabbitohs Dragons, head to head. South Sydney have won each of their last 9 home matches against the Dragons. So, yeah, South to win. Each of the Rabbitohs' last 6 home matches have gone under the total match points line. That's when playing the Dragons. Matthew Fina, I think his name's Fina, I'm not too sure, has been the first try scorer in each of his last 2 appearances. It's paying $15. The home team has won the first half in each of the last 7 matches between the Rabbitohs and the Dragons. Tyrone Munro has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 6 home appearances. Clint Gutherson has scored at least 1 try in 7 of his last 8 appearances at Accor Stadium against opponents that were ranked lower on the ladder. Alex Johnson has scored at least 1 try in each of his last 4 appearances at Accor Stadium. In 3 of the Dragons' last 4 matches, the opposition's starting right centre has scored at least 1 try, Isaiah Tass. And South Sydney has covered the line in each of their last 10 night matches at Accord Stadium. I'm going to go with Isaiah Tass, South to cover the line. Yeah. I picked Isaiah Tass last week, not in Punters Playbook, just in my own freelance punting. He's paying $5, which is insane for a centre. Probably because of the fact that he just hasn't been scoring, all right, and he rarely scores. Like, a lot of the work is favoured to the left edge of the Bunnies, and if it goes right, it's Tyrone Munro or Bailey Bentley Harpy. So, yeah, I say Tass. I like that. Penrith Raiders. Bear with me, I'm sorry, guys. Canberra have won each of their last 8 matches when playing with a rest advantage. Now, that's another thing. The Raiders are coming off a bye here. 8 of Penrith's last 9 home matches have gone under the total match points line. This technically isn't a home match, but it technically is. Penrith have won the first half in their last 6 matches. For anytime try scorers, Hudson Young has scored at least 1 try in each of Canberra's last 4 matches as an underdog against teams from New South Wales. Casey McLean has scored at least 1 try in 4 of Penrith's last 5 matches. Nathan Cleary has scored a try in each of his last 3 appearances against opponents that were ranked in the top 8, sorry. Xavier Savage has scored a try in 3 of Canberra's last 4 matches as an underdog in New South Wales. Ethan Strange has scored in 4 of Canberra's last 6 away appearances against opponents who are ranked lower on the ladder. And the Raiders have covered the line in each of their 4 previous matches as underdogs. Sorry about the cough. So, yeah, my multi for this one is... don't know. It's going to be a tight game. It's going to be a hard-fought game. Try scorers are going to be few and far between, as I said previously. I reckon... Jeez, I don't know. This is a hard one. This is a really hard game to pick. I don't have a predetermined multi. I kind of thrown predetermined multis out the window a few weeks ago. Look, I think I'm going to go with Raiders. I think I'm going to go with Raiders to win. Ethan Strange has been a bit of a prolific try scorer as of late. But I think I'll go Penrith 1-12, Casey McLean anytime. Completely contradicts Tipper's playbook, but that's what we do around here. We contradict ourselves. Yeah, Casey McLean, Penrith 1-12. The main event for the Friday. Rightio. Melbourne Bulldogs. Head-to-head, the Melbourne Storm have won each of their last 6 matches at Amy Park when playing with a rest advantage. Each of the Bulldogs' last night matches at Amy Park have gone under the total match points line. For anytime try scorers, Jacob Kiraz has scored a try in each of his last 4 appearances with the Bulldogs as an underdog. In each of the Bulldogs' last 4 matches as an underdog, its starting left centre has scored a try. Stephen Crichton, he's paying a whopping $3.75. In 4 of Melbourne's last 5 matches, its starting halfback has scored at least 1 try, Tyrone Wishart. Grant Anderson has scored at least 1 try in 5 of his last 6 appearances against opponents that were ranked in the top 4. Xavier Coates has scored at least 1 try in each of Melbourne's last 3 matches. And the Bulldogs have covered the line in each of their last 6 matches against opponents that were ranked in the top 4. For me here, once again, it's going to be a tight, close game where you're not going to be getting try scorer after try scorer after try scorer. It's going to be hard fought. It's going to be, like the scoreline might be like a 12-16 or something. It's going to be so tight. For that reason, I'm picking Stephen Crichton, and I'm picking unders. I think in games where it's really close and it's really tight and it's just a real grudge match in the middle, I think the Stephen Crichton step up and when swinging it out wide and wingers can't get tries, and it's just continuous sets on the goal line and no one's getting tries. The guys like Harry Grant, like Stephen Crichton, they step up and they get it done. So I'm going to go with Stephen Crichton. I'm going to go unders. On a Saturday night, this video is definitely taking a little while. I'm doing a bit of a deep dive into a lot of these. So I don't have many stats for the rest of these games, so we'll probably speed things up here. Head-to-head, Manly have lost each of their last 7 matches on a 6-day turnaround. Each of Manly's last 6 matches at 4 Points Park have gone under the total match points line, and Manly have failed to cover the line in each of their last 4 matches. So I'm just going to go Dolphins 13 plus, Trey Fuller anytime, Hammer anytime. No, I'll go Trey Fuller anytime. I'll go Hammer anytime. I'll go Hammer anytime or Jake Averillo anytime. Sorry, bit of confusion there. You get it. Dolphins 13 plus, Averillo, Hammer. Titans Warriors. Right. The Titans have won each of their last 6 matches as an underdog against the Warriors. 6 of the Warriors' last 7 matches at Seabus Super Stadium have gone under the total match points line, and the Warriors have failed to cover the line in each of their last 5 matches against a team that was on bottom of the ladder. So I am going to say, geez, I don't really know. I don't really know where my heart's at here. I took a Pompey last week. Actually, no, the bet for last week's game, the Punters Playbook for last week's game was away to Egan Warriors to win. But in my spare time, once again freelance punting, I took a Pompey just on the anytime money line. I think this week I'm going to take a Rocco Berry on the money line, $3.45. I love taking a Rocco Berry. You know me, I like a Rocco. Parramatta versus the Roosters. Head-to-head, the Roosters have won each of their last 8 matches as a favourite against Parramatta. 8 of Parramatta's last 9 matches in Sydney have gone under the total match points line, and the Roosters have covered the line in each of their last 4 matches against Parramatta. I'm going to take Roosters under. I'm going to take Roosters unders, and I'm going to take try scorers here. Sorry about sniffling in your ear, guys. Someone who we haven't seen in a long time get over the line is a Bobby Toyer. So I'm going to take Roosters unders, Bobby Toyer, Josh Adokar. Because Josh Adokar's paying $2.35. Maybe I'll just take a Josh Adokar. No. Josh Adokar unders. That is my multi. Josh Adokar unders. Okay. We're getting through it. Knights, Broncos. Newcastle have lost each of their last 6 matches. Well, that's just it. Newcastle have lost each of their last 6 matches. Each of Broncos' last 9 interstate day matches have gone over the total match points line. Newcastle has scored 11 to 20 points in each of their last 4 home matches, and the away team has covered the line in each of the last 4 matches between the Knights and the Broncos. I'm going to go Broncos 13 plus. I'm going to go with a Reece Walsh. I'm going to go Broncos 13 plus, Reece Walsh, Jordan Ricky, and that's it. It's a hot boy round. Jordan Ricky, Reece Walsh, Broncos 13 plus. Cowboys, Tigers. Oof. The favourite has won each of the Cowboys' last 12 matches. Each of the last 7 matches between the Tigers and the Cowboys have gone over total match points line, and the Tigers have lost each of their last 10 matches against teams from Queensland. I'm going to take Tigers to win. My multi for this one, I'm going with Tigers, Dream Buller, and Jeremiah Nanai. That's my multi there. That's it for the multis. Sharks have got to buy, obviously. Let's go jump over onto the board, and we'll look at some board stats, and then that's it for the video. Okay, we're back. And we're over at the board. This is what we're looking like this week for cash cows. Raiders $2.30, Doggies $2.80, Titans $2.35, and the Cows $2.20. I might have put in the Titans in like a long shots, but they are paying $2.35. They did win the last encounter, and there was a stat in there during the stats part of the show where Titans have won like their last previous 6 matches against the Warriors. That's why they're in cash cows. The other teams, Raiders, Bulldogs, obviously they're paying that much, and they're in the top 3. And the Cows $2.20. You know, the Tigers are a bit unpredictable whether they win or lose. Locks, a few familiar faces. Broncos at $1.30. It's just the opposition for them, really. Warriors $1.60. Even though the Titans are in the cash cows box, I'm still putting the Warriors in here as a lock because you can never really count out the Wars here. Dolphins $1.87. Rabbits $1.90. I think that might be the first time this year the Rabbits have entered the lock box. Roosters $1.32. Yeah, few locks in there. I like. Long shots, Knights $3.50 and Para $3.40. We're skimped. We're skimped in the long shot department. Try time, Tallis Duncan $3.60. He's been on an absolute try scoring rampage. He's been one of the most prolific try scorers for the Rabbitohs this season, especially towards the end of the season with so many outs. He's been dual position, centre, back row. I think he's slotted into the centres for this week's clash against the Dragons. $3.60 for a centre who's scoring, and he's on the edge where the Rabbitohs are prolifically scoring. Just makes sense. Tuipulotu for the Dragons, $2.02. He's a good winger, $2. I like that. Casey McLean, nearly $3, $2.95. 4 of his last 5, he scored a try. Hudson Young, $3.45. Start of the year, couldn't not score a try. Now he's on a bit of a dry streak. $3.45 for him to break the drought. Jake Kiraz, $2.50. Great for him on a wing. Munster, $3.15. Hasn't scored a try in a little while. Just got a weird feeling it's going to be one of them games where Munster ices the cake. Tommy Cooler. Not Tommy? I don't know. Cola, $2.10. He's been by far the best player for Manly during the last few months. Whenever he touches the ball, it just looks like he's going to score. Oren Keeley, $5. Back rower, $5. I like it. Rocco Berry, previously stated, big Rocco Berry guy, $3.45. He's back off injury. Jojo Fafita, $3. He is on that edge where the Warriors have been conceding tries. Matthew Fine, as from Dragons fame, scored a double on that wing last week. So look for Jojo Fafita to get over there at some point. Tommy Teddy Tedesco, $2.15. Joshy Addo-Carr, $2.35. That's great for Josh Addo-Carr. The Shibs, who hasn't scored a try in nearly, I think, over 6 games or 7 games now, paying $2.70. Bradman Best, $2.90. Dream Buller. Dream the Dream Buller. Does that work? $2.55. And Jeremiah Nanai, $3.60. For him is really, really good odds. My trawler bet for this week, AJ anytime, South 1-12, Casey McLean anytime, Coates anytime, and the Hammer anytime. It's paying $43.10. Thank you very much. I will take that every day of the week, twice on Sundays. Makes sense. Hope yous like that. Hope yous like a few stats in here, a few dollar odds. I don't think I have much else to say. So we'll round the video out. Thank you for watching another episode of Punters Playbook. Hopefully, come Monday for round recap, this sickness is gone. Hopefully, I get to enjoy my weekend. And yeah. I'll get you to, if you're listening on Spotify right now, like the episode, follow the Spotify, follow the podcast, share it with your friends. All right, it's the only way we're going to kind of get that Spotify settlement off its feet. Check out my socials, Instagram and TikTok. All right, we're doing a lot over there, a lot of interesting and cool and fun stuff. And then, lastly, subscribe. I usually say that first, but everything's been a little bit backwards this week. So subscribe to the channel, guys. Thank you for all the support, all the love, liking, subscribing, and thank you for 3,000 subs. Really, really, really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you guys, and deuces. See you next week. See you Monday. Hopefully I'm better. Hopefully I'm not sick still. Peace out.